my friends, and welcome to Cindy's Baby Loves. And this video is going to be dedicated to Gaynor's with Gaynor's Happy Place and Jay with Jay Dolls UK. And it's regarding journals and journaling. And I just wanted to share my journal and journaling too with them and with you guys. And I've been journaling pretty much most of my life since I was a teenager, and a lot of my journals got lost in the shuffle and stolen, and as you can see, by other teenagers or whatever. And but what I do have left is what I have. And okay, and I have also the beginnings of some of my work. And I also have my other writing that I write, but it's in a book, something like this. And then I have let me show you. This is my briefcase that I have my work with my writing in, but it's also writing in that I don't have with me. But I work with this one. Been working with this one. This is Deacons and Dragons, my writing that I've been working on this. So it's not my journal, but actually a novel that I work in. And I had a manual typewriter that I no longer have. And so that's really kind of stopped me. And I'm sorry, but the excitement of the clicking of a manual typewriter to a writer is like a sewing machine to a seamstress. So that's what it feels like. Anyway, so this is my one of my novels that I'm working on. So I guess I'm going to work on it by hand now. And then I have in here, this is one of my other books, and it has my initials carved in it it is cow leather. And I have another one that I work with. And it has my published poems and stuff that I have in here that are published. And I just keep a collection in here. They're also at the Library of Congress. But I try to keep a collection in here just to do that. And there's a bunch more that I really got to put in here. And I got to find the rest of these. So that is that, and so I thought I wanted to share with you. And then I have these are the sacred books that I don't show anyone, so here they are, but I won't let you. This is I hope you dance journal. And this is a Mark D. Sanders and Tia Sillers journal. And I got these from that is me and my dog, from Barnes and Nobles, yeah. So this is, we'll go far enough to where you can't read it. But yeah, so I've written in here daily, and kept this on a writing thing. Like I said, a lot of my journals are missing. These were not missing. These actually have a lot of information in it that's probably, I wish I could probably burn it. And I don't know, but these are very sacred journals. I may just burn the inside journals because, like I said, they go back to a place in my life where I was, I don't know how to explain it. It's, I was, you guys ever heard of human trafficking? Where you pay someone and you have to do whatever they say? Well, basically it's that. And if you don't do whatever they say, they beat you, and they have a way of brainwashing you. And I had a brain injury anyway, and she said she was a brain injury therapist, so, and this was the way ticket, I'm sure my husband, a ticket pretty much of way that my husband got me out of the marriage. So she adopted me and brainwashed me. You know, she used my Christianity against me, you know, obey your parents and stuff like that. And so I wrote down things in there about what they were doing and stuff, and what they were doing to me. And yeah, they did get arrested, but or she got arrested. So it's just, and I'm writing a book about it, and called Purple Rose. But I'm not going to put it as a true story. I'm just going to write it based as a true story. And I just, that's hard for me to talk about, guys. But if you can just imagine my ticket out of that whole thing was my daughter. Well, my education, actually, because she didn't want to school me anymore, so I got to go to a community college. And I found out about human trafficking there. So I started taping the beatings and stuff like that, and I got 4 tapes of them. I still have the 4th tape. The rest of the tapes are in the courts, but so anyway, but my daughter got me out, is the one that got me out of there. She tricked me. The last beating that I had. I'll talk about that one day. But she did save me. So, and got me out. And got me away from them. And so after 7 years, I believe it was, and it took a lot of therapy, and I'm still under therapy, but I come a long way to where I can deal with it now. Then I don't have any more nightmares about it, and I do have Stockman's syndrome from it, to where I love my perpetrators, and I think that's from the deep brainwashing and stuff that they did. And, you know, love your parents and everything like that. And I don't know, I went through it. But I'll probably do another video on that one day to get to know me better. I think I just did a little bit now. But anyway, let's go on to the next journal, if we may. So those are my sacred journals. And then I started one here of what I had left of me. Let me put this one back. So I got this from Barnes & Noble. And this is so gorgeous. It's made of leaves and sticks, and I wish that I could say that I made this, but I did not make this. And it is just so gorgeous. And it has its pages, and I am telling the story that from what was handed down to me from luckily my grandmother and my mother that I found out. So this was the ancestry photo from the great grandfather, my great great grandfather Donner, and great grandmother from Romania. We were Jewish. So that's what I've known from there. And my grandmother. So these were pictures that I was able to get from my real parents because I was in a foster home. So I'm going to take this and move this before I do something dangerous. And let me see if I could do this. Hold this still. This is kind of blurred. There we go. Yeah, so then I just did these things, and we got things of my grandparents' past, and I put this whole thing together, and I'm putting notes in there from it. What I remember, the dates that my parents were in there. So I got all of those, and trying to get my leg to. So I wanted to give this. You know, I don't know if my children are interested in this or not, to be honest with you, but it goes back to. And I actually got my birth. Let me go ahead and. It actually got. I actually could not believe this, but I actually got my little birth. There I am, a baby. Isn't that just so sweet? So from there, and I'm trying to move it forward to my kindergarten picture. My grandparents, they couldn't take us. They would be able to take us. Me in a foster home. I was able to somehow get the foster parent pictures in the foster parent home. And when I was in that foster home, I was able to be a cheerleader.
Wow.
And there I am again, wearing a dress and stuff. And there I am again with a blow dryer. Whoops. So much for this, huh? I'm sorry about the blur. There it is. There it is, guys. There it is. And when I got a coat, I was so excited about getting a coat. And then I was in another foster home, and we went, me and a friend, dressed up in men's boxers and a t-shirt and a fishing pole. And then I was a model.
So was I.
And I didn't like it for odd reasons enough. And that's another story in itself. There's a school picture. And more school pictures. And let's just turn it forward. That's when I was anemic and I didn't know it. Still had anemic and didn't know it. And that's when I was in, that's me. This was a rehearsal thing. They were taking pictures of us in Footloose and Fancy Feet. And that's when I was doing stage stuff. And those are the only pictures there. I used to act on stage and dance and stuff. There was my prom date. And I made him take me home because I didn't want to do stuff that he wanted to do, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
My graduation picture. I was so sick with 103 that day. And then I had to go to the hospital and get my tonsils out. There I am again. And there I am at a wedding. Well, at a wedding. I guess I should be at the wedding. I was the bride. There I am with my first baby right there. So then I just, so I keep this book for the memories like that.
Oh, okay.
And then
All right.
I have another journal that I write in, and this is my journal of writing, but I also put stuff in here, that I write in, that I journal in, and stuff for memories, but I also, I draw in there as well. And, I'll take, I've taken a class to remember stuff, and I'll write the notes to my classes in here, so I'll remember them, because, from having a brain injury and stuff, I just want to remember. Okay, I don't know why all of a sudden this is like this, but I'm not going to try to. Yes, I am going to try to do that. My grandchildren. They're big. I don't get to see them right now. And my ex-husband, even though he did divorce me like the way he did and pawned me off on that lady, I still love him. Isn't that weird? Till death do us part. Yep. And this was my dog, Cynthia, whom I love so dearly. I'm sure she's up in heaven, waiting for me. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. My photography, I followed this bird around for 3 hours trying to get a good shot. She was on one leg. Called it the Survivor. My dogs. I missed them so much. And one of my best friends, of course, you lose that when you lose your divorce and everything, and that's me and my best friend. Well, was my best friend. My son when he was on equestrian lessons. My when I was at the Bryan Center now, me and Benjamin, little Benjamin, me and Cynthia. This was my invitation to my son's graduation. I was invited, but it was decided that I was not to attend. Broke my heart.
Mm.
Little Cynthia. Little Cynthia. The best thing that another best thing that happened to me was my reborns. I had sometimes Bible study along with my things that I Bible study about in here. And I put my cards sometimes in here. This was my favorite picture of my husband and I when we fell back into the snow. My niece. More favorites. Just then I was in the newspaper. Then I took master classes with my favorite perfume, one of them. Took Trump still fighting the election fraud. I wrote things that was going on in the world. My master classes were with David Mamet. And then of course I wrote down I got my shingle shot. David Mamet, and he was more of an actor than anything, but he wrote down stuff. Neil Gaiman, Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster was my favorite because she taught me about storyboards. So she was my favorite. So things happen in life, and this is when, of course, me and my husband, we lived on the lake, and that's when my children were little, and we had a dog, and I never left him when he was hurt. Nope, I watched over him. That's when when I had a brain injury, we did functions. I have no idea what this function was. But I did photography, and I did Godspell photography, stuff like that. There's Pam, if you remember Pam, my other roommate. She passed. And there's the rest of my journal that I'm still writing. So I'm still writing that. Those are the keys to my apartment. My first apartment when I was back on my own after I finally got away from her. That's when I moved to the beach and all. My monkey key. And then last but not least is my junk journal, and I'm sure you've seen this before, Jay. But this is my junk journal, and this is the beads and on the side, and the little tassel, whatever you call it. And it's based on Once Upon a Time. And this is my junk journal that I did for myself. I did another one for somebody else. And it's got a little tassel here going on here. And some little, I don't know what they're called, but there they are. And some little animals there. And like I said, it's Once Upon a Time. So, but inside here is typed about my life being born and stuff like that. My first car. It's the title of it and the registration. And more life about me. And more stuff. Stuff. And a tea napkin and little bookmark. And I could write in here. I haven't started writing in here yet. But I just put other things in here. Letter from my brother. And a bookmark. And more stuff in here with a little letter that I can actually put in between there. More stuff. This went to a bedspread of mine that was my favorite. And more little bookmarks here. Isn't that cute? And I forgot who that was given to me by somebody, and I forget who it was. Oh my goodness. And that's my memory. More stuff to write here and right here. And more stuff to write here, and I don't know what to do with those, but those are there. This is, remember my adopted daughter? Well, she's no longer here. They fired her, so I don't get to see her anymore. Just gone, just like that. Just like that. Gone. And some cards from you guys, which I appreciate, and some more stuff about me in the castle. More stuff to do and me when I was young, and more stuff to do. Put that in there. It's an envelope, and the other envelope comes out somewhere. I don't know where. More stuff to write in. Another bookmark. More stuff to write in and stuff to put stuff in. Mine's a little thick. I probably should have did 2 signatures with this, but I did 4 signatures with this. So I got some in here. I got people I gotta write to. Put that there. Isn't that cute? So I can't wait to start writing in this. I just been putting the cards in there so far and making sure. Now this, I saved a picture of my very first painting ever, and uh-oh, I'm not able to get that back in. And then I saved another picture of one of my big huge paintings, and I wanted to try making them again, but I don't know if I can. I just don't know. There's another something to put something in to share, maybe a picture. Oh, it does say pictures, so I guess that would be correct. And more stuff. Here's the senior living where I live, Mint Hill Senior Living. It's no longer memory care though. They took memory care away. So just Mint Hill Senior Living. And this is my signature. I did this, I did not do that right. So C, J, I'm still learning. But, and there's more letter about me. I put this in there, and then I put this in here to add more stuff and more cards from you guys. A butterfly. This apparently I did not put on yet. I'm going to glue that on there, but I did not do that yet. Maybe because I wasn't sure. I don't know. There's another one. Yeah, because I wasn't sure about that. There's my son, my favorite photo of him, because he's bringing me flowers. They're actually weeds, dandelions, and I'm just so glad. And then that folds out, and there's a little envelope that I can just use. And then more little pages that I did, and I love these pages that I did there. And that is it, guys. And at the very end it says happily ever after. And then that is my journaling, guys. So I hope that didn't take up too much of your time, but that was my journaling. And then I keep one more other book that this helps with my brain injury, and this is my, like, I do to-do list, and then I just fold it over when I'm done with it. And I also sometimes use this to mark little lists too. And if I don't take the whole day, like this was yesterday and this is today, so I just kind of like use them both when I finish it off. This way I'm not wasting so much time. And sometimes I use this side over here too. And so this way I'm not wasting so much stuff. So this is what I'm doing, and this is what I do on the side, is making little books sometimes also for other people. But I haven't been doing that lately because I've had my hands full trying to organize my life, and I feel like in a jumble. But anyway, I just wanted to share my journals with you guys. So I hope that you liked it, and I hope it didn't bore you too much. God bless you, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Cindy's Baby Loves. Bye bye now.